Welcome to Anathimia. It's a land of endless opportunity, from expanding railways to untamed frontiers. But this new world is also choking on the supernatural. Out here in the dust, settlers aren't just fighting the elements. They're trying to survive the flesh-eating cryptids, the immaterial ghosts and the mind-bending cosmic anomalies that will drive a person mad before they even pull the trigger. The only thing standing between humanity and the horrors of the dark is a faction of monster slayers, the Night Hunters of Exorae. But, as of this morning, the world just got a little bit darker. The wealthy religious order from the old world has officially excommunicated the Exorae, cutting off the Night Hunters from all of their funding and reinforcements. They are now orphans on the frontier, left to bleed and survive on their own. In this TTRPG audiobook series, you will follow the story of two very different hunters thrown together by circumstance. First, there is Flint, played by deadly marksman, a visitor, a fresh arrival from the old world who has traveled across the sea, a man with no home, but a hope for a new life in a new land. The only stability he's known is the pistol at his side. And then there is Jack, played by Nick Nitro. Jack is an Indigenous to Anathimia and an Inquisitor of the Order who knows exactly how dangerous the frontier truly is. But Jack is harboring dark secrets, for just as the Order has been using him, he too has been using the Order to uncover the secrets of his missing people from Lost July. Together, the naive sharpshooter and secretive agent are on a path to earn their Night Hunter badges. Will they cure the frontier, or will Anathimia digest them whole? We'll start with you then, Mark. Okay, so Mr. Flintlock. We'll call you Flint for short. You, that is Mark's character, is Flintlock. You are currently traveling to Anathimia from the old world. You have set out. I believe you said that the reason was that you had nothing behind you. Can you give a little bit more description into your character?
At the end of the day, he's ambitious to make a name for himself, and he had learned about Exorae's paranormal issues and the hunters that were being recruited to, go and seek out the cryptids and such. He found this intriguing, and so he joins the hunters in an attempt to, maybe use his set of skills to popularize his name. Taking the first available transport as soon as dawn came, he is nervous and unaware.
And you are currently on a boat. You are sailing to Anathimia.
Yeah, I'm also seasick.
Great. So, yeah, you've been sailing for a few months now. The journey to Anathimia is not an easy one. It is one of the reasons why Anathimia is considered the last great mystery of the world. It is a place of opportunity, horror, mystery, and profit for those who can find it. You were selected by the Order in order to join Exorae. Give me a second.
Yeah, I'm so glad they let me pass the qualification trials to get here. A couple of those rounds I shot were blanks. I didn't have the money for bullets.
You've been trained on the journey. So you left the old world not really knowing much besides the stories you'd heard, and you've been receiving your training on the ship to Anathimia, sponsored by the Order, by the way. So you haven't had to put a penny. You've just had to agree to join Exorae. You signed a contract. That said, beautiful. It has not been a pleasant journey. It's been very rough. There were some experienced night hunters on the ship, but most of them are no longer with the crew. You guys encountered several monsters of the deep during your journey, and the number of experienced night hunters has been dwindling slowly throughout the month. So as you make landfall, only a handful of proper true hunters are left. And as you land, let me change the mute. All right. So you make landfall in a port town called New Dominion. It is probably one of the most developed towns on the continent, and you can see it. There are bustling people everywhere. There are carriages going by. There are people lively. You can even see that there is like plenty of food and drink to go around as people are just relaxing and enjoying themselves. This was not what you were expecting based on the story and based on your journey so far, watching the experienced night hunters being like butchered by monsters of the deep. So it's a bit confusing to land in this relatively peaceful looking town. What are your thoughts?
I stand for a minute before I pull aside the fellow night hunter and go, is it normally like this? I'm not gonna lie, the trek here was far more dangerous than I was expecting. A bit more derelict and kind of downtrodden place. This because that drinks.
Don't get used to
I
it.
haven't had anything good to. I might need a drink. It's been a minute. On the ship there wasn't really a lot in the way of personal enjoyment with the fact that I'm not good with the sea. I would like to talk to some of these locals and see what's up, because this is actually kind of nice.
Easy, rookie.
I'm still a little bit shell shocked that I just watched a lot of people die, but I'm gonna try to look forward.
He plays his hat on your shoulder.
I'm just shaking a little bit.
Hold on. You haven't even got your badge yet. You can sightsee later, but don't get too comfortable.
Yeah, you're right.
This kind of town is more of an exception than the rule. The further east you go on Anathema, the more wild it becomes. But anyway, keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes open. Someone's approaching. As you look out.
Wait, so you're telling me we're in the Wild East?
You're no, you've landed on the... No, okay, hold on.
Talk about subversive.
Wow.
Technically, don't we land on the Wild West side?
You landed here.
No, okay. No, wait, we're on the west, yeah.
Yeah. So the west side is more developed, and as you travel across to the east, the more wild it becomes. So the map is not fully finished yet, as you can see here, but I'm layering it out. So New Dominion is this port town over here. There is a river that goes up, and there's a town along the river here, and then there's a railway line that's been built. As you can see, the railway lines are being developed in the east side, but they are still being constructed further out. So the options are becoming more limited, but development is slowly crawling in from the west side to the east. All right, but somebody is approaching, and you can see that they are wearing a white robe, and they're carrying a gold chain around their neck, and they look like representatives of the order. And this is fine because the order sponsored your trip. The order sponsored your training. This is to be expected. What is not expected though? Give me a perception roll.
A perception roll?
Yes.
Which one would be
under your skills.
dice would that be?
I think it's under skills.
I need the skill sheet.
Your perception is wisdom based, so it'll use your wisdom modifier, which is +1. So yeah, d20 +1.
D20, and then you said +1?
Yeah, +1.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh.
You are.
Well, I mean, I am kind of shell shocked right now, so I guess it's expected.
Yeah. So this guy starts running towards you, and we're gonna cut across to Nick. Nick, you are currently. What is your character's name? Do you have a name?
I am gonna call myself Jack.
You're Jack.
I don't know my last name anymore because of the amnesia effects of Lost July, so I'm just Jack. So just like Samurai Jack, I am just Jack. That's just the nickname I've been given.
Yeah, you're kind of also trying to find a little bit of your, like who you were as well then. All right. So Jack, you are currently standing in the bell tower of one of the Order's churches. You are seated on top. You have been trained as an Inquisitor. As one of the indigenous people of Anathimia, you were welcomed quite readily by the Order because they believed that they would have great use for you in easing the relations. However, you've known from the beginning that you were never fully trusted. So while you have been given the status of an Inquisitor and you carry the badge of one, your training development seemed to lag behind the rest of your peers who joined at the same time as you. You feel like you were intentionally being held back because it was more that you were useful to them, but they didn't want to take a risk too far. However, an opportunity has finally arrived. Now, Jack, the Inquisitor group that you are part of you've known in advance that the Order is any day now about to declare Exorae excommunicated, so that the Order is going to officially distance themselves from Exorae. But the Inquisitor section that you are part of has been debating on who to send in order to keep an eye on the movements of the organization even after they are separated from the Order. So you saw this as an opportunity to finally, let's say, loosen the collar a little bit, as an opportunity to actually get some real development done, as well as sort of prove yourself. You as the player have a choice here. Do you want to be a spy for the Order, or do you want to be a double agent against the Order? And you don't have to make up your mind right now. You can keep it a secret. You can message me later about it if you want.
Wait, hold on. What are the two factions?
So the Order is the dominant religious order of the old world, and they formed Exorae as a counter to the supernatural forces. So Exorae goes back even to the old world, but most of their members are now on Anathimia because Anathimia is such an anomaly with the sheer amount of cryptids and paranormal activity. So Exorae has almost exclusively moved across to Anathimia, and the Night Hunters have been there's been several controversies involving the Night Hunters, which is why the the order is cutting ties with them.
Yeah.
You receive. Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, continue. I'm writing notes.
All right. Let me just quickly check your character sheet here. Okay. You've been waiting on this church tower overlooking the town of New Dominion, waiting for the next test of the Exorae. Like, nobody else knows about this except for the members, the highest members of Exorae, as well as you, because the Inquisitor group has been feeding you information. A messenger pigeon arrives in the tower that you've been waiting for. Give me a perception roll.
Gotcha.
Perception, wisdom.
Am I just doing 20?
So your wisdom is +5, so +5 to your d20.
Okay, so which one's the 5?
Just five.
Oh, wait, no, it's just a +5 on it. Okay, so I'm just rolling the 1d20,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
How's that?
Oh, that's a big dice, yes.
Oh yeah, for some reason when it rolls, it's dark on my end. Weird. Well, I can still see the outcome. It doesn't matter.
All right. So the pigeon lands, and you immediately notice that this is one of the special pigeons of the Inquisitors group because it has 2 heads. One, it's a twin-headed pigeon. One head is facing forward like a normal pigeon, but the second head is facing behind, and the second head is carrying a little metal capsule that should have a note.
Okay, I'll take it and open it up.
All right. What you find is, congratulations, Jack. You have been selected for the upcoming mission to infiltrate Exorae and feed us information on their activities. Now that they are becoming an independent organization, we want information on how they are getting their funding, how they are managing themselves, and if they are coalescing power. It explicitly states that you are not to trust any members, but to build up allies who you can trust. So Exorae is holding its evaluation trial, which you already know, and this is a perfect opportunity for you to begin making allies with the fresh recruits.
So the Order and Exorae are the two different factions, right?
Yeah,
or
the Order is basically the church, and Exorae are the Night Hunter.
Gotcha. Okay, now that's in my head. Okay. So the Order is giving me a note that's telling me to basically
spy on.
Gotcha. Okay.
They want information on like, their funding, if they are potentially building an army, anything like that. Essentially, you've got to.
Yeah.
You need to be the canary in the coal mine. While you're looking at this, you notice a member of the Order running up to the dock where a very confused and stammering looking man is trembling behind an experienced night hunter. Mark!
Oh man, I'm stammering. I'm so scared. Just tap my fingers together like, oh.
The church member immediately grabs the attention of the ship workers and the members on the dock, and you know that this ship was sponsored and run by the Order itself, so it belongs to the Order. And without hesitation, he goes up to the captain of the ship, who you befriended along the way, and the crew are a bit sad that you're going to be leaving them now, but
I don't blame them.
When the captain opens up the envelope, you notice a ship. Give me an insight roll.
Okay, and is there any modifiers to that?
It's wisdom, so it'll be +1 for you as well. +1.
So d20 +1.
Yeah. Boop. All right. You get the sense that something in the air has changed. That the attitude of the crew and the shipyard and the captain once he's done reading that note, and you see the bag that you're carrying, which has all the only things you have left from the old world, immediately getting tossed overboard and into the dock, into the ocean.
What? Why are you guys tossing all that? Hey, wait, hold on. There might be some useful materials in there, like some bullets and food and other things. Why are you guys tossing it all overboard?
The captain is like, sorry, but Exorae is now excommunicated. We have nothing to do with you. Get out of our ship. As they kick you to the dust. And you see the old hunter sort of just swaggers off the boat as they don't attack him, and he's just like, should have seen that coming.
Yeah. God, can't have anything. You guys could be a little more kind. We are the reasons why you guys are alive at the end of the day. Enjoy the trip back, I guess.
You see the bubbles of your bag sinking into the water.
Oh, I gotta grab. Is it? I point to the old hunter. Is it dangerous to be in there at all? This close to shore? I reached out into the water from the dock, like hanging over the edge of the dock pier, and just trying to reach down and grab the bags before they sink.
Okay, give me an athletic. So strength from.
So +1.
Yep, just +1. Good luck getting your bag.
So D20, yeah, D20 +1. Yeah, okay, thank you. And I reach down into my core, and I get the strength.
I mean, as you're reaching down, the bag was already sinking quite a bit. So your top half gets wet as you're holding onto the mooring post with your legs. But with a flex of your abs, you emerge out of the water, holding your bag in your hand. The experience.
You guys see that? That's why they picked me for the job. It's because I can do things like that. Can you do something like that, old timer?
Oh, so as you were like lifting yourself out of the water, you heard him saying, "Not bad, kid, not bad." But when you turn around, he's completely gone.
Damn, these night hunters are extra. Man, I thought I was extra. I thought I was actually doing something impressive, but wait, where do I go? Hello? I guess I probably should find someone.
You notice that most of the workers on the dock are keeping their distance away from you now that you're labeled excommunicatus from the order. So everybody is now just giving you like distance and strange looks. But you see one guy who's mopping nearby who had overheard all of this, and he's just like, head over. Says,
yeah, sorry about that. I'm just crying right now.
Yeah, Nick, you see all of this from the church tower, by the way.
Okay.
You also notice that the experienced night hunter who was with Mark, as soon as Flint dips his top half into the water to retrieve his luggage, the night hunter who's standing behind him just vanishes in like a pile of sand that just disappears on the wind.
Okay.
Oh, but yeah, Mark, the dock worker looks at you and he says, "I've been hearing some of the night hunters complaining about some kind of test coming up. Probably want to head over to their headquarters."
Can you please tell me where that is?
Sure. You just head down the road over there, take a left, head up there, and if you pass the Sunnyside Tavern, then you should see it on the opposite side of the road.
Past the Sunnyside Tavern. Thank you, partner.
Also, I don't see no night hunter badge on you, so I'm figuring you're a rookie and all.
I'm more than a rookie. I will be the shining light these people need. Didn't you just see what I did with that bag there? I was able to pull it out the water with just my core strength. I got this.
Yeah, just beware the old man in this industry. They get to that age for a reason. And that's all he says.
Okay, thank you again. And as I slowly walk away, I wave.
So you're gonna head
just
off.
Turn my head around and go, oh, not Jesus.
So Jack, you are still in the church tower. The two-headed messenger pigeon is looking a little bit angsty, like it wants something from you. You can give me an insight roll, so another wisdom.
Okay. So another 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
6.
Damn.
You get the impression that it probably wants to be thanked for delivering the message to you, so you're not sure how to thank it exactly, but you get the impression that it wants to be acknowledged for a job well done. But you also have an opportunity here if you want to send a message back to the order as well, because these things take time. So yeah, do you want to send a message back to them, mission accepted or something like that?
I'll go ahead and leave a note that I'm accepting the mission, but I've already made the decision that I'm going to not entirely be following the orders. I'm just going to be playing it by my own discretion.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So yeah, you write that on a note, pop it in the pigeon's little messenger capsule that the second head snatches out of your fingers the moment you hold it near it, like a You also notice ever so slightly that there are teeth on the second head of the messenger pigeon within its beak. Small little teeth. Could have lost a finger. Right. So yeah, you have your mission. You already know where the headquarters are. So do you want to?
Okay. So what's up?
So you saw Flint arriving. You saw like the newbie arriving. You saw an experienced one who was escorting him just vanish and abandoning him there on the dock. You also saw that the captain tossed his bag into the docks and everything. So you saw everything that happened to Flint. But yeah, you can see.
Yeah, I think I'll head down and introduce myself to the newbie.
All right, Flint, you are currently trying to remember the confusing instructions from the dock worker because the city's a little bit bigger than
something about sunshine, but God, there's no one here wants to help me. Why is everyone just ignoring me?
Yeah, things do be like that, newbie. People around here aren't exactly the most friendly to someone who's not from around here.
Do you say that to him from behind before he even realizes that you're there?
Yeah.
Flint,
clearly, I jump in a panic. Still kind of shook it up from watching most of the fellow crewmates I was with, the hunters, get kind of eaten, so I'm not really too happy with someone being right behind me after losing someone else. So I jump.
Nice.
I say in a shaky voice, you don't say. So, do you know where the sunshine thingy is?
I'm not exactly sure what you're talking about, but I'm
trying to find the Hunters Association so I can get my badge.
Oh, yeah, I know where that is. I can take you to it.
Can you please be mighty kind? I'm a little bit rough right now.
He's soaking wet from the top down, and his bag is like leaving a trail of like saltwater drops as he's walking. Right.
Okay,
Be a
so
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
let's see. I'm trying to think what the next move would be, because like I'm like, do I want to keep it on track, or do I want to take care of the small logistical problems we have right now?
How do you want to do it? You're supposed to get there by lunchtime, so you got about half an hour to an hour.
All right, then we're just gonna go get some. I guess we'll get some food along the way, and I guess we're just gonna head right for where we're going. I guess.
Oh, the Sunshine
perfect.
Inn is like right across from the headquarters. So yeah, if you want to grab a bite to eat, and it's right next door.
Okay, I guess we're doing that.
All right.
That'd be mighty fine. I need somewhere to dry off these clothes, kick off my shoes, and they got any good food here?
I'll make sure to go take a look at the menu. We ain't got a lot of time. We got to get over there ASAP.
Jack, you've eaten here several times before, so you would know exactly what is the best menus and which ones to avoid. Which one do you want to recommend to your new to Flint here? Do you want to recommend the good stuff, or do you want to troll him with the bad stuff?
I'm gonna mess with them a little bit. It's like they got a tuna salad sandwich. Fucking there's what was it? I was gonna say like, would it make sense for a tuna salad sandwich to be there even though there's like no fucking fishing places anywhere near?
It is a port city. So,
oh, it is a port.
Yeah, so they would have access to the ocean.
Okay, it's like
if you want to troll him with the bad stuff, you can order the beef special.
sure, why not the beef special?
All right.
So I do know the menu quite well, and I do fancy myself a beef special every now and again. I highly recommend it.
Well, I mean, I'd like to try the beef special then, please. That sounds really good.
Constitution save? Okay.
You see the tavern owner, his eyes light up where he's like, finally, someone who appreciates my culinary experts. As he like heads into the kitchen, you see like a couple of the other guests in the tavern like just looking towards you like, did he just order the beef special?
I lean over to Jack and go, what's going on, bud?
The ingredients are quite unique for this place.
What do you mean by unique, Jack?
It doesn't take too long after a couple of minutes. Oh yeah, Jack, what did you order for yourself? Like the good stuff, like your favorite?
Oh yeah, I just straight up ordered like a.
You can choose your favorite. You can choose your favorite.
I'm gonna go with Philly cheesesteak today.
All right. So 2 silver cloches come out from the tavern, and the chef is smiling, right?
Oh yeah.
He places one in front of Jack, and he doesn't take the cloche off yet. Whereas when he places the one in front of you, Flint, you hear a strange whistling sound.
The fuck is that? I reach to go open the lid slowly. My senses on fire.
As you open up the lid, you're greeted by like a whoosh of steam, and there's one of those iron plates, you know, where they heat that up super hot so it keeps everything hot, so everything is sizzling inside the plate, and you hear strange whistling going coming from some of the meat in there, as parts of it, other different looking parts that are slightly more pinkish, are moving on the plate, as well as just in the middle of it is a thick slab of liver.
Oof.
You want to ask the chef what this is?
Yeah, I would like to know what's in this beef stew, please. I assume it's just, beef steak, potatoes, carrots, and base, right, chef?
It's my favorite dish. It's the liver, lungs, and tongue. As you hear, as the whistling sound is the lungs cooking as they're letting out from the pores, like. So it's basically an offal dish. Quite literally an awful dish. And the tongue is moving, by the way. Like,
this looks a little bit. This doesn't look like it's fully cooked, chef. It's still kind of moving on the damn plate.
Oh yeah, that's.
Oh come on, don't be rude, youngin. You gotta eat what you're given. I mean, like I got a beef. I got a beef sandwich. You got a beef that. I mean, same thing. We're the same.
I should trust the actions and words of the elderly. So, in that regard, I push the plate towards him slowly. Take a bite from me and make sure it's good so I can trust it.
Which do you go for? The lungs, the liver, or the moving tongue? The singing lungs, the moving tongue, or the almost raw liver?
Go on.
No. I'm gonna be nice here. I'll grab the liver since it's.
As he grabs the liver, I grab his sandwich.
Oh no, hold on. I wanna roll for that. I wanna roll for that to see if
You want to roll for that?
Yeah.
I wanna see if you're slick enough with
Alright.
catching you.
Let me see. So yeah, give me a dex roll. Both of you give me dex rolls, competing against each other. Highest
Okay.
wins. If you get a tie, it will split in half.
Okay.
So Dex is +2. Okie dokie.
So how do I do that? Is it just another 20 or what am I doing?
D20, and then before you click roll, there's a little plus numbers on the far left, modifiers. You can add your deck using the map.
What's my dex? Hold on.
Right before I perform this action, of course, I lean over and go, you know, I'm one of the, I might not look it, but I have came prepared with a certain set of skills that only the finest and, you know, of my kind can perform. And as I'm saying this, I take it from under.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you take a bite out of the liver, when you look back up, Jack, you see that your burger is gone.
And I just lick my fingers like,
You just see,
man, that was a mighty fine recommendation. Thank you.
Yeah, Flint is just like using his thumb to wipe the sauce from his lip, like,
I pick up a little piece of the food and flick it out like young little shit.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough.
Yeah, you feel the tongue like wiggling down your shirt. As it like falls down your neck. It's, like,
It's burning hot.
it's burning hot. It's licking you.
Just shaking. God, hey, what the hell, man? That was fair game in here.
You hear a thunk.
There ain't nothing
chef is,
fair
like,
around
looking at
here.
Both of you.
The chef watching me force his favorite meal onto someone else and swallow an entire sandwich before he could take a bite.
Don't make a mess. As he goes back into the kitchen, I expect that plate to be cleaned when I come back. As he takes out this massive cleaver, like comically large cleaver, and just walks back into the kitchen. You hear like a squealing sound followed by silence.
Damn.
All right. So
I look at Shaq. That's just kind of hardcore. I'm not gonna lie.
I'd like to roll for stealth. I'm gonna bail. I'm gonna skip without paying for the meal. Okay, what do I got?
I feel like if I see him get up, I'm gonna join him.
Let's see. I'm dexterity 12 and I got a +1 modifier. That's what I'm going for, right?
So yeah, you got modifier.
Or what do I do?
Oh, you got modifier and sleight of hand. Oh wait, that's Mark. Sorry.
Okay,
that is a modifier.
Yeah, damn right it is.
No, you don't have a modifier in stealth, so it's just dex. You got persuasion and
Just
willpower.
dex on. All right. Okay, then I'm gonna fucking go for it. I'm gonna roll. Okay, I get a +1 advantage. Okay, go. Fuck!
As you're trying to leave.
You okay with this, son?
You just hear the chef from the kitchen just be like, you better not be doing what I think you're doing out there.
I ain't doing nothing but using the bathroom.
I quickly pick up the chair and say, we're not making a mess. It's all fine. We're good.
So do you eat the awful dish?
Yeah.
Yeah, the worst part, like the lungs eventually stop singing, so like they're just chewy. The liver is like strangely soft, like it doesn't feel like it has any texture, it just falls apart as you bite into it. But the worst is the tongue because like it's moving in
I
your
feel
mouth.
like after getting completely owned like that, I want to roll for a debuff.
Sanity.
Can we?
Yeah, give me a sanity check. Let's see.
Okay.
What's your sanity save? You get plus willpower, so it'll be +5 total. Should be wisdom 3 modifier +5. Yeah. Okay, so roll
Okay,
+5.
so roll +5. Okay. Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
You never liked this town anyway. Is what you're thinking. That'd be embarrassing if you don't care. All right, so yeah, you guys finish your food and with very full bellies because like it was just pure protein. So yeah, you are very like almost sleepy now, like you want to take a siesta but you got like an exam to do now. So yeah, you guys head across the road. Is there anything you want to say or do before you go into the testing area? Your bellies are full because the beef special was a big one.
I look at Jack and go, so what should I expect? Because I don't think I can perform any more athletic maneuvers like I did earlier with the stomach hurting me the way it is.
Well, with the amount of bullshit we just had to go through, hopefully you don't see any more coming out. God bless your soul. Good luck.
Thank you. And thank you again for the meal.
All right. So as you guys head into the headquarters, you see. Second, I'm changing the music. All right. So you guys head into the Exorae headquarters, and there is a large gathering of night hunters, mostly youngsters, but there are several middle-aged ones amongst the crowds, but none that are really old. Jack, you know that in this profession, very few actually get to live to a nice old age. But the leader himself, he is Commander Holloway. Jack, you would know this. Flint, you're about to find out because he stands up on a podium and he just introduces himself and he goes, I am Commander Holloway and I have some bad news. Quiet down. You're looking for your graduation pins. You're looking for commendations from the high order across the sea. Well, tough luck. They ain't coming. As of this morning, the order has declared Exorae spiritually compromised. We are excommunicated. No funding, boys. No reinforcements. We are orphans on the frontier. How do you react to this?
I'm sitting in a chair right now, kind of kneeling back and forth because the sandwich is hitting my stomach. The information kind of goes past my ear a little bit. I just hear some old man kind of yabbering about the frontier, and I'm just like, oh, I just want to finish the test and take a nap.
Jack, you already knew all this as well. So what are you doing?
I lean over to the younger guy. I'm like, it's about time that this happened. They've always been mixing up. Like, it's ridiculous that there's been so much yellow tape over the years. Honestly, we're probably better off anyway.
I'd agree with you, but I just had to dip my head into the water to fish out my gear. They could have waited at least one more hour for this.
Tough luck.
Oh, my stomach. What did you... Why was that sandwich so thick?
Calm down, you two in the front. He looks at you. It's like, I see we got ourselves some enthusiastic ones. Well then, we'll just make sure that you two go first. Now, where was I?
What?
In the middle of my speech. As he's like looking through his paper. He starts shuffling his papers a little bit. He's just like a little bit caught off guard by these two guys just yapping in the middle of his speech in the front. Yeah, you two will be going first. He's like... All right, there we are.
Go ahead.
So boys, the week would die out here anyway. The order just did us a favor cutting them loose early. We are initiating a fitness trial immediately. All newcomers, old hands, everybody's getting a test. And only those who survive are getting a badge. Now, pair up. Watch each other's backs will bleed. Your choice. And you too. As he points in the front of you, he's like, follow me.
I look at Jack. Do you know this guy?
Jack, you would know Commander Holloway. He is one of the few night hunters who has lived to an actual old age. So there are some impressive stories about him. He's known as the old boy.
I know that old guy. To be honest, I'm surprised he lived as long as he did. I'm not exactly the biggest fan of the old man. If I would tell you not to piss him off, but I think we're already there. So I guess just don't run your mouth too much and we'll try to get this over with quickly.
The only thing that's going to be running is my backside here in a minute if we don't get this done soon.
Flint, where do you put your soaking wet bag, or do you carry it with you to the exam?
I carry it with me to the exam. I've been taught early on not to trust anyone with my belongings.
Okay. So he leads the two of you down through the wooden halls of the Night Hunter headquarters, of Exorae's headquarters, and he starts taking you towards the courtyard, and then outside of the courtyard, he leads you to a large stone building with the windows have thick bars on them. What are you thinking?
Are we going to jail?
You might be going to jail.
What? I didn't do nothing! Excuse me, sir, big guy, old guy, where are we going?
To the first test, little one, and then we will find out if you're Night Hunter material.
I lean to Jack. What does Night Hunter material mean in this case?
Survive.
Well, this ain't exactly a kind business, young man. We gotta see if you're able to stand up to what's needed to be able to fight what's out there in the dark.
Oh, I thought I was already done with all the testing, though. Damn it.
Oh, those...
You Night Hunters have a lot of loops. You know that, right?
Nah, you just got basic training on your little boat over here. Flintlock. As he looks at you and says your name straight up.
Hey! Say the name with respect. I demand that much.
First get your badge and then you'll earn my respect. As he pushes open the doors to the prisons.
Is this prison?
Yes.
Oh, good.
As he leads you through the jail cells, you see various people who look to have not been good-natured individuals. They are quite rough. They have got a mean look in their eye. They start grabbing onto the chains of the prison cell and shaking on, and they're like, fresh meat. Come here, boy.
I lean over to Jack and go, you probably should be careful. I think they're talking about you.
Yeah, one of them spits, but it like lands at your feet as you're walking past, and you hear the commander. Commander is just like, oh, they're feisty today. Excellent. Okay, so he leads you guys through as he unlocks a door, and I need to change the song. All right.
And then
Yeah, I chose the wrong song.
You're good. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, this is the song for when you guys are supposed to like find your pairs, but because you were yapping in the front row, you got paired up instantly.
God damn it.
It was supposed to be that everybody was going to start pairing up because they knew each other, and you two were going to be the last two standing, but it went differently. All right, but yeah. So you are inside a damp, closed off room. There's no barred windows in this room. There is a dim light flickering from the ceiling, and every time it flickers, you just get a horrible sense as you see in the middle of the room is a chair with what looks to be a person sitting under it, but there's a big sackcloth over their entire body. The second. So,
Helena Jack, we're not going to have to kill a prisoner, are we?
yeah, come Nick, what do you say, Jack?
Oh, ain't gonna be the first thing I've ever killed. To be honest, I didn't think we'd go straight for killing one of these sons of bitches right off the bat.
As Commander walks over to one of to the chair with the tied up person, he lift off the cloth, and the person underneath immediately screams, "I'm innocent! I'm innocent! I'm innocent!" Give me a perception roll, both of you.
Okay. Perception.
What's my
20?
What was my boost on that? Do I have a boost on that?
I think it's wisdom based, but yes.
Yeah,
wisdom
so
based?
I'm +3.
Plus
Okay.
3, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and
So,
boop. We got 19, so 22.
Nice. All right.
Damn.
Both of you notice immediately that there are thick black veins running down his neck and his arms. Nick, you rolled high enough to notice that they are moving ever so slightly. Right. So
Okay.
the commander looks at the two of you and he's like, "Your first test. Determine if he's a risk. Dispose of him if he is. Cure him if he ain't. You got 5 minutes."
5 minutes?
All right.
Nick, give me a
What do you
discern
reckon
lie roll.
we do?
Discern lie.
Because
All right.
you were screaming, I'm innocent, and you're in a prison cell here. So
Gotcha.
This is also kind of like a tutorial to teach you guys like how to request certain talents and stuff.
Okay. So that'd be another. Is that wisdom or intelligence?
It's your Inquisitor ability, I believe.
Oh, okay. So I'm just rolling. All right, and go.
Just a second.
9. Damn.
All right, then I have to roll for him. He rolled a 5.
Okay, cool. I win either way.
Yeah, you notice that he's lying about something, but it's not about him being innocent. Your inquisitorial training, despite how limited it was, you can tell when a man is trying to hide something with a lie, and he's trying to hide the obvious. I mean, he's trying to use the obvious to hide something more.
Okay, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's him. Go ahead.
Mark, do you want to use medicine or insight to try and like evaluate his condition? You can choose which one.
Are they both equal chance?
One would be, I think they use different skills. So insight would use wisdom, whereas medicine would use intelligence.
I would probably use the wisdom one.
All right. I mean, they're both the same
So,
score
give
for
me a
you,
moment.
so it's +1.
Yep.
So you could pick either one.
Yep. Boop.
You do not. You do not even want to touch him.
Yeah.
In fact, give me a sanity check.
Okay, what's that roll for?
So you got to give me a will save. So your wisdom save is +1 as well. So yeah, just roll a wisdom save. If
D20 +1?
Yep. If you roll under 10, you will take damage to your sanity.
Okay.
Okay. You're disgusted, but you don't take any sanity damage.
God, yeah, you need to clean these. Like, look at all that dirt and stuff going off with the sin. You need to make sure these prisoners are well taken care of at least. Damn, give them some water to clean off the dirt.
The commander is standing quietly as he's just checking his pocket watch and seeing the two of you. Like, TikTok, boys. All right. So what are you guys doing? Like, Nick, you know he's lying about something, but Mark, you also just are disgusted. You don't even want to like touch him.
Okay. So taking a look at your condition, it's looking like you got something going on with your veins. You were lying. I know you. Come on, brain. It's like you're lying to us, but not quite about what you're saying. Why don't you go ahead and come out with it? What's wrong with you?
Okay, give me a persuasion roll.
All right. Wait, do I have any pushes on that?
Yep, you got a bonus in that, so +4 to your roll.
Damn,
So
really?
Charisma, yeah, charisma and +2 because you took proficiency in persuasion. So yeah, so +4.
Oh, some
to your roll.
+4. There's no +4 on the modifier.
No, I'm saying in total +4. 2 for your charisma and 2 for
Oh,
the
in total.
proficiency. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, fuck.
No, it's fine. Let's see
All right.
how he does because he's got to do a counter.
What was it?
It was 3. It's because he had a negative.
Okay, well, hey, man. Still coming up in the
Tutorial's
house.
been generous to Jack over here. He keeps one-upping every time.
And he's just like, well, you see, it was ever since I saw that snap. And you see the commander like slap him over the back of his head. He's like, shut up, you weren't given permission to speak. Gonna spoil the test. You almost got him to crack. But yeah, he gave you a clue. He saw something, and you know what happens if your sanity goes too low. You being native to this continent, Jack, you know that those who can't keep their sanity around start showing strange symptoms.
I love the difference here between the two characters. Jack here is a wise and well-known individual who has been around these parts, so he knows exactly what's going on, and he knows that this is a test. Flintlock over here is literally just watching two people of the order beat up a prisoner who's filthy. He's just very confused.
So Jack, you realize that this is a side effect of somebody losing too much sanity.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that you've seen a little too much of something you probably shouldn't. Is that what's happened?
Well then, boys, your time is up. What you gonna do? Put him down or let him get cured?
I think we could do something about, his sanity. Looks like he just maybe seen something that maybe he shouldn't. We can take care of that.
Mark, give me a perception roll quick.
Okay, perception is just d20 plus what?
Yeah, I think it's wisdom, so perception.
Okay, so wisdom. I'm gonna move that tab over there. Sorry, wisdom +1. Thank you.
Yep.
Boop, boop, boop.
All right, you see that there is in fact a window in this place, but it's covered by a curtain. It was hard to see because the lights kept flickering. So because it was like a pitch dark room, except every now and then the light flickered and revealed the guy with the black vein.
Okay, so I'm just complaining because my eyes are tired and I can't seem to perceive or think well. I'm gonna open up the curtains. You guys okay with that? And before I even let them answer, I open the curtains straight up.
As you do this, the sunlight pours through the window, and given the angle and the timing of the day and everything, it just hits the guy in the chair immediately, and like he starts to like howl in fright at the sudden brightness of it all. But as the sunlight is hitting the black veins on his body, they start to recede and crawling back like deeper into the skin and everything. The commander looks at the two of you and is like, well done, boys, going on to the next phase then.
You know how, dude, you know how, I'm sorry, I was gonna say, you know how dumb it is the fact that I have to act like I know what I'm talking about, even though I don't know all the mechanics of everything right off the bat. I just had to be, I'm rolling with it.
That's great. You'll get the hang of it as we go along as well. I mean, I'm also developing the world as we go, so like.
Oh, really? Okay,
right.
I appreciate that.
I've got the groundwork here, but you know, I haven't. It's not like my other campaign where I have like over 500 pages of notes.
So we have the outline and we're letting the wind take us. Let's go.
Yeah, pretty much. I got like a base.
Hey, what happened? He yelled, my ears hurt. I couldn't hear what the guy said. Did we pass? I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit kind of frightened there because he screamed out of nowhere, hey, he ain't dirty no more.
Yeah, things worked out pretty well. Don't worry about it.
Oh, nice. You cleaned him. Thanks, bud. I didn't want to touch him. That was very mighty kind of you. Wait, where did the guy go?
Come on, we're getting out of here.
Yeah, so the commander,
sweet.
The commander like closes the curtains, and you see that the black veins start to come back out again in the dark as the two of you leave the area. As you are leaving, the commander says to you, not a word, you two, as you see another pair like approaching the jail as they're getting ready to go and follow with the test. So yeah, you're tempted, I know.
I keep my mouth shut, but the part that the Peter, there's a deep part of me that wants to make a joke about Bright or something just to give him a hint, but I hold my tongue.
All right, so yeah, he leads you guys to a large looking barn like area as he opens it up and takes you into a small like corridor, and he's like, all right, when you guys you have, and he like looks at you as you're standing in a warehouse full of items and inventory, and give me a second here because I need to there we go.
Okay.
You guys are standing in a large room. So he's at the entranceway. He led you guys into here. So I'm just going to use these two markers here. And he's like, you guys have 10 minutes to get out, as he walks out of the building.
Okay. Well, my first question is there a way out? Is there a door?
Oh, no. We have to, I want to roll for perception.
All right, give a perception roll.
Take a look at my surroundings.
Okay.
All right.
Give me a perception roll.
Okay.
I'll also describe the room. Oh yeah, once you've done your perception roll.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm doing +3 again, right? That's for wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I'm just trying to get the flavor of all this.
All good.
Okay. Go. Fuck. All right. Go ahead.
All right. 9. All right, so what you see in the room, to the upper right part of the room are lots of barrels. So some kind of liquid is stored inside of them. To the bottom right is a whole bunch of boxes that seem to be containers. There is another barrel to the left here, a window at the top and bottom, a corridor on the right and left, but you can't see down them, and 2 shelves stacked with random items and little boxes and everything.
May I observe the room?
Yeah, for sure. Like, that's you can give me a perception roll as well.
Okay, so that'd
wisdom.
be wisdom, so +1. So boop, boop.
All right.
You notice that there seems to be a breeze coming in from this side of the room across to that side of the room, like traveling like this.
So there's airflow. You guys feel that? God, it's nice and cool, actually.
But yeah, so there are
Sure.
2 windows and and 2 corridors, and he told you got 10 minutes to get out.
Did they have
Okay.
you do this for your test too?
Nothing like this. It used to be different back then. Maybe we should go investigate and see what we can find. We gotta just find a way out of here, right? So where were you feeling the wind coming from?
I felt it from that left corridor. It's going straight towards the other one. Is that the way he left?
He went out this way.
Yeah, so that's the way he left, so the wind is going towards where he left. What's in the barrels?
Who wants to be orange? Who wants to
Yeah,
be the
we-
white dice?
I'll be orange.
All right.
I got white.
I can give you a blue dice if you prefer. There you go. Blue and orange.
Oh, hell yeah, please.
There we go.
Nice.
All right, cool. I tell Flint to go check out the all the random stuff up on the shelves on the top left, and I'm going to go investigate what's in the barrels.
All right. So you're not going to try the corridor or the windows.
Not yet. I'm going to take a look at my options first.
I imagine that if it was that easy, he wouldn't have just made it that easy. There's gonna be some
Yeah,
friction,
exactly.
right?
Yep.
All right. So who wants to search first? Who wants to do a roll first?
Go for it, Mark.
It'll be investigation
All right.
rolls, so intelligence based.
Intelligence base, so that's also +1, so
You
clearly
find,
wisdom and intelligence.
you find a something you've never seen before on the old continent, but it's like a packet and it's full of like dried potato slices that are quite crunchy and salty when you bite on them.
Hey, is there any water in those barrels? God, they're actually kind of nice, but it's so bad. How is it so salty?
Right.
Damn.
Jack, give me a
Hey,
investigation.
Jack, what are these?
Oh wait, what am I given?
Intelligence roll and or investigation.
Okay. Boom. Nice.
20. Nice. Also, just a second, I noticed that dice thing glitch out. There we go. A nat 20? Oh my goodness. That's unfair. That's unfair. Well, first off, you notice immediately that these barrels are whiskey and these barrels are oil.
Okay.
So the black dots are whiskey, the red dots are oil. You also, Jack, you sense that there's something in the room on the west side of the room that is giving a supernatural pull. There's like a tug. So I'm giving you a clue. It's somewhere on this half of the room.
Okay.
Well, it certainly ain't
20s.
these damn salty things.
Now I'm hungry for chips.
All right. Hold on. I'm trying to get my head together
Actually,
here.
same.
Dude,
Had to drink some water just to get the idea out of my mouth.
About a tea.
man, I'm gonna be honest, man. Doing this after I drank was probably one of the worst ideas because, like, usually I'm so fast. See, I just downed a whole fucking Pepsi and I'm still like not here. So I'm like, oh man, I don't think I'm recovering this session. Okay. Hey, Flint, I'm feeling something kind of interesting on your side of the room. I don't know how. I
What?
just got a weird vibe from that side.
Me coughing over there. It's like, you want to try one? They definitely weird, but they're not bad.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. There's like an aura, something like that. And so I start making
think
my way
that's-
to his side of the room.
I think you're just feeling your dinner come back to you.
the tongue, the moving tongue.
No, it wasn't actually that bad. If you think about it, it was pretty nutritious. Glad
I don't quite. That was nutritional benefits. You know, that Philly steak was mighty fine.
Anyway.
But you were eating a boiling liver.
Anyway,
so
so there was whiskey and oil in those barrels, so I'm gonna keep that in mind. Should I roll again to see if I can find the source?
Sure. You can.
Okay.
You can give me another. Let's see. Let me quickly have a look at your sheet here. Give
I
me
love rolling.
occult lore, so it'll be intelligence.
Intelligence, huh? Okay. So plus that'd be +2. Rolling is so much fun.
nice.
Okay, you immediately notice that the moment you stepped into this room, that something shifted. When the commander left, he disappeared into darkness, even though it was midday when you guys walked in. You also noticed that the lights, the shadows from outside of the scenery, because you can see the courtyard outside here, that they are mirrored on both sides. You realize that what you're seeing through these windows is maybe not what is actually on the other side of them. You also notice that the corridors are pitch dark on either end. You can't see beyond these layers.
Can I investigate the other shelf?
Sure. So yeah, Nick, you came across to this side as well, right? So
okay.
So
you do feel like you are
do you want
closer.
me to roll for that?
Yes, you can give me an occult lore as well. Flint.
Okay, so just a 20 then, I assume.
Yes. Your intelligence is +1. A crit fail?
Yeah.
Yeah, you start choking on the leftovers of the chips. In fact, you start choking so much that you try to go for one of the whiskeys up here to the top, but you fall out the window. I need to clear my throat. You fall out the window and immediately land on this side of the room next to Nick, next to Jack. Like you fall out of here and then you fall in from above like clunk, clunk, clunk.
Ah! Oh! I just wanted a drink.
Actually, give me a 1d4. Let's see how much damage you took from that fall.
1d4. Okay.
2 damage.
Ow.
So on
hey,
the character sheet,
be careful if you go through the window for fresh air. I don't think it works right.
So yeah, your HP.
All right, I'm looking at it now. Okay, I knew that there was something going on, something strange going on with this room. Everything didn't seem quite right when he left. It's like it's dark, but it's day out, and you just happen to loop around. There's some kind of trick going on here.
Yes, there's something you would know this because you rolled 19 on your occult lore. You know that there is something anchoring this room into a prison loop. You've heard of this before. But yeah, essentially, like, no matter how, if you try to take the normal exits out of this room, you're just gonna re-enter the room from a different entry point. So this is essentially a more complex prison.
Are we stuck in here?
Well, he told you got 10 minutes to get out.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, we need to find the source of what's causing all this.
There's something anchoring this room.
I think you should drink all the whiskey to rule out that as a source.
You start crawling towards them.
All right, I'm gonna go check the boxes.
These boxes?
Yeah.
Or the shelves? Because you know that it was somewhere on the left side of the room is where you felt the
Oh right,
sensation.
I completely spaced that out. Thank you for catching me back up there.
20,
Okay,
so
yeah, then I'm gonna go.
Anchoring is somewhere here on this side of the room.
Okay, then I'm gonna go check the shelf.
All right, give me another.
I recommend the chips.
Pardon?
I said I recommend the chips to Jack.
No, thank you. You've had enough bad luck with food today. I ain't following you there.
Right.
No, I ain't following you to the same place. All right.
You help yourself to a little bit of whiskey, and it is a fine, aged 20 years. Perfect conditions, by the way. It's almost as if natural light doesn't get in here, so it's like perfect temperature and humidity and everything. So it is the best whiskey you've ever had in your life.
Do I have any glass bottles on me?
Nope. Well, maybe, actually, pop open your
man.
Pop open your suitcase you brought with you.
Okay, I put the suitcase down because it's just been hanging on my side. It cushioned my fall a little bit, thank God. But I opened it up. What was in it?
So you've got your clothes. You have like a photo of your family. Like I'm assuming that you lost your family. So like this is like thankfully it didn't get wet
before.
You wrapped it up in your clothes, so it was like the most protected. But you also had like a bottle of cheap wine that you brought from the old world because you weren't sure how much you were gonna find wine here on Anathimia because you know you've heard that it's like some farmland but mostly desert, so you weren't sure how long wine was gonna last. But yeah, you get the impression this whiskey is way more valuable than than the cheap wine you brought with you.
I open the bottle of wine, go back to the window I fell through, and pour it through and watch it come out the other end before filling the just so I can watch a supernatural phenomenon take place before filling the bottle with the super high quality whiskey that's in there and taking one last sip to ease the pain that I just endured.
All right. Yep, you've done that. Okay, Nick, what was give me a roll. Do you want to do investigation or occult? You kind of already got the occult side of it down. You know it's an anchor, so you can give me an investigation, try and like locate it.
Yeah, okay, I got it. Oh, so I'm just rolling?
Yep.
Okay. Damn. All right.
Yeah, you get the impression that it might be related to this barrel. It was the odd one out in the room, but if you what do you want to do? Like, the barrel is like in front of you, but you haven't opened it or looked inside of it or anything like that.
Well, since I rolled so low, I'm guessing I'm gonna fumble around and look around outside of the barrel. I'm gonna.
All right.
I have a fervorous indulgence, and I look at the barrel that Nick's near, and I'm like, maybe there's
That one
something
has to be
really
special.
good in that. And so I would like to investigate this barrel now.
Yeah, as you pop open the lid, it's empty.
Fuck. Why is this one empty?
And it just, like, you roll
It's
it.
storage.
You roll it. Nick, actually, Mark, give me a perception.
All right, so 20 plus 1.
Oh, yeah, you roll it over there. Nat 20!
Beautiful.
Damn.
My gosh, okay. Both of you just nat 20 in this puzzle, huh? Okay, fine. You immediately, as you lift up the barrel in your disappointment that it's it's empty. You notice that the shape of the dust and the grain of the floorboards is facing a different direction to the rest of the room. So if the rest of the room, the floorboards are going vertically like this, then this one was going horizontally.
So do we both notice that, or does just
You would notice that because you rolled the nat 20. Nick got the general feel of where the anchor location was, but yeah, basically the floorboards could be removable.
I look
like
at the
somebody didn't
barrel
put them
I
back
have
the
in
right
my
way
hand.
around.
I look at the floor. I look at the barrel again. And then I look at Jack and go, hey, can you, does that look weird to you? And as I tell him to investigate, I go back to the whiskey on the other end to fill it up with the barrel.
You want to fill this barrel with those barrels.
Yes.
You're going to troll the next exam participants, aren't you?
Yes.
All right, so yeah, you're filling that up. Nick, you notice, you spot what Flint was talking about. It looks like a floorboard that's removable, but was put back at the wrong angle, like 90 degrees wrong angle.
Okay. Something's looking a little off about the floorboard over here. Hey, Flint, do you see this?
Well, I try to focus, but my eyes are a little bit blurred from the drink. I think I see it, but I'm not. Yeah, it looks really weird, dude.
You were already so useless. Just go back to what you were doing.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so I go over and I go to lift the floorboards and see if they're movable.
As you pop open the lid, you see inside is just a strange, like, glass filled with a greenish liquid, and it's sealed, sealed with wax.
More booze?
And yeah, you immediately know that this is definitely the anchor.
Okay, so I pick up the glass, take a good look at it. You said it was sealed with wax, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I pop my finger through the wax and pour out whatever was inside of it.
As you do this, as you're pouring out the liquid, it starts to evaporate before it can even touch the floor. As you're pouring this liquid out, it just starts to, like, fade out of existence. You feel a shift as the entire room starts to creak and groan a little bit, and then there's almost a brief flash of light as the anomalies by the window and the corridors correct themselves, and you see the actual courtyard facing from the south window, and you see the jail cells that you left from the first test out of the north window, so that way. The light returns in the corridor, and you see on the left side the commander waiting, like leaning against the wall, waiting for you guys over here. So
I angrily grab Jack by the shoulders and scream, "Why the hell did you pour that out? That could have been the good stuff! It was hidden under a barrel, for God's sakes!"
I mean, it's like I hand him the little glasses. Like, as you can see, there wasn't really much to really save. I think that stuff would have disappeared before it hit your tongue.
Fuck! But you could have let me try.
So
at least I have you. They grab the other bottle and pop it open and drink a bit.
So turn to the other person in the room. I think we're all done here.
And he looks at his pocket watch and he's like, "That's a new record. Well done, boys. Penalty for taking."
Did he talk about how much I
stash,
drank?
Though, as he looks at you, Flint.
Well, before you punish me, I'd like to let you know that you have extraordinarily good taste in liquor, and I can respect that.
You are a goddamn genius. That is the smartest thing you've said all day. All right, so yeah, you guys
I've only been awake for like 3 hours.
You have passed the second test, and you broke a new record for the headquarters. Well done, both of you, with your
All right.
20s. So that brings us to the final test. He takes you back into the main building, and he starts leading you into the basement this time. You see that there are several of the hunters on the sitting on benches, and you see in the middle of this basement area is a dirt pit. You see that there are several cages with cloths hanging from them up there, and the commander leads you into the center of the dirt pit. Do you want to say anything before we get to the second test, the final test?
Are we about to be murdered for stealing his alcohol?
You're about to be murdered for stealing his alcohol, son.
Hold on, I need to.
You wouldn't leave me to my fate, would you? I did help you figure that puzzle out after all. You know, I moved that barrel real nice. I know you were on the case, but can't tell me that my existence in that subject wasn't necessary.
You know, it really wouldn't have mattered if you were there or not. I'm sure I would have found it. You definitely did more damage to his stash than you did helping.
I still have a stash in this bottle. This port.
I just lower his hand. I'm just like, yeah, we might want to put that away.
Yeah, I'll put that away.
All right, so these are the ringed seats around the fighting pit. As you see various
pit.
Yeah, as you see various members of the Exorae Night Hunters are now sitting here to evaluate the final test. So you have reached the final round, the qualifying round. If you can defeat this test, then you will officially be Night Hunters. You see the Commander Zur is like, well then, we have our first pair of the day, and they've impressed pretty well so far. They've already set a new record on the warehouse challenge. You hear like one guy in the corner just going like Flint, you see the guy who was in the docks with you on the other side, and he like looks at you and he just nods his head a little bit like, yeah, I trained that one.
I look at Jack. I'm pretty sure that's the asshole that left me behind.
But
do you know him?
He did teach you the basics. We'll have to give him a name later. He's going to definitely come back to the story. So, what do you want to say?
Right.
Like, you're about to start the
final
final
test. What's the final test, sir?
Simple. You can't be a night hunter without showing us your combat skills. And he pulls a rope that reveals the cloth from this cage. So the other cages are sealed. And inside the cage, you hear a as there are writhing bodies of snakes inside of them. He pulls the rope one more time, and a singular large rattlesnake drops out of the cage. It is a giant. It is the biggest snake you've ever seen in your life. Second, I got it here. I need to change the music. All right, give me initiative.
All right.
So initiative is
It's on your stat sheet. Should be in your attribute.
Oh, I don't have anything there.
Yeah, so you're fighting a giant rattlesnake.
Okay.
Your initiative
is 10 plus mod.
that's defenses.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Okay, so for now we'll use dexterity, but I will double check my systems later because I should have included it.
Okay, so 20 plus 2. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Rolling. Alcohol, man. Damn. We're not doing well now.
Wait, what was your?
Oh, that was my dex. So I'm just plus one, so I'm a 10.
You're a 10. Okay, and the snake. Okay, so
cool.
It is going to be Jack first, then the giant rattlesnake, and then Flint.
So before we begin,
The commander.
are we armed?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Like, I don't remember getting my dual wield pistols or anything yet.
Yeah. You've got your starting gear for your basic spells and stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
So what do I got?
Nick, you have Harbinger and Inquisitor as your two classes. So
okay.
Let's see.
What is my skill? Let's see.
Harbinger. You have Omen, so you can tag a target, which will increase the damage it takes by 1d4. So every time it takes damage, it'll take an additional 1d4 damage. You also have Bird's Eye, which is a scouting spell. So remember, spells cost sanity. So essentially, all you have to do is touch the target to place an Omen on it, and then all future damage for the next few turns will increase the amount of damage it takes.
Had to be a touching spell with a fucking
rattlesnake. Yep.
Well, don't worry, it's going to be touching you soon anyway. Plus, we can swap them around so you guys are like this. So yeah, you can touch it and then try and back off.
All right, I'll go for it. Am I rolling for this or am I just going for it?
So it'll be a physical attack roll. So give me your dexterity. Yeah.
Okay, my dex is
+1.
Yeah, I'm
you're
plus
not
one.
trying to do
Okay.
damage, so it's not going to be like strength based.
Okay,
Nice,
cool.
18. Okay, so that's gonna cost you 2 sanity. So your current is gonna go down to 23, but that's fine. It is now marked with an omen, so all damage sources will increase the amount of damage it takes. Which direction do you want to move? North, south, east, or west? Or behind Mark?
Who, me? Wait, which one's the snake? It's the
big
big one,
one.
right?
Big dice.
Giant
Okay,
rattlesnake.
I'll move up.
So this way.
Yep.
All right. Normally I will have attacks of opportunity, but since this is the first ever combat and you're getting the feel for it, I'm going to say that the snake was distracted by the captain. So it followed, I mean the commander. So it followed the commander's movements as he left out. And that's when you just kind of like slapped it on the side and put an omen mark on it. All right.
Okay.
So yeah, you want to be here or
Jack,
here?
what in the hell did you just do to him?
Yeah. Flint asks, what the hell did you just do?
Okay.
I just witnessed a man smack a snake.
I'm,
You do see a
I'm
strange
using an
tattoo
old
pattern
I'm-
appearing on it.
I'm using an old trick I picked up a long time ago. It's gonna allow us to basically do some extra damage if we can land it.
Oh, I can land it all right. As long as what you say is true, I really don't got no reason to believe that what you just said worked.
All right, Mark, you're up. So what do you want to do?
Right.
Do you want to use your gun or do you want to use your one of your spells?
Well, I've only got Sanguine Siphon, and I'm not really going to use it right now, so I think I should probably shoot the snake who's currently exposed for weakness.
All right, give me a gun attack.
It's Dex, right? So
Yes.
+2.
Yeah.
Okay. Boop, boop, boop.
All right. I've got it here. Unfortunately, the bullet bounces off of the scales of the rattlesnake. It shakes its tail aggressively, like. And you hear all the other snakes in the cage above rattling their tails in response as well. It looks straight towards you as the one that like irritated it. And it moves forward.
Damn.
Oh yeah, do you want to move?
Tough hide.
How do you want to move?
I'd like to back up, but not near the cages.
All right.
So to the left, 2 paces probably.
You can go 5.
Okay.
So
then,
you can go
yeah, right
this
there.
far back. Okay.
Yep. I don't
All right.
want to go too far.
So yeah, the snake itself rushes across the room as it tries to like bite you. Give me a defense roll with your how do you want to do it? Do you want to like try and tank the bite or do you want to try and dodge the bite?
I would like to dodge if possible.
Okay, so 10 plus your dexterity, which is 2, so that's 12. Unfortunately,
You want me to
you're not
roll
wearing
10
any like
plus 2?
defensive armor or anything like that, so it's just 10 plus 2, so 12. Oh, you're sorry. You don't have to roll. I roll. My bad.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, your defense stat is 12, and I have to beat
Yeah, I
12.
didn't want to try to tank a hit. I'm wearing nothing but my shirt that's soaking wet. Damn.
It just straight up digs its fangs into you as it like bites down on your shoulder. Like its whole mouth can fit over your shoulder. As it
Ow.
bites down. Just a sec. You take 4 damage plus poison.
Fuck.
So you will take poison damage in a bit. So your HP goes down to 16.
I scream in pain.
All right. Oh, what am I gonna do?
It is currently distracted by a very like a noble.
Me
so I
looking
don't,
over the
like-
snakes now. You know, you can smack him again when you get a moment.
I just realized I really don't have anything I can use. Shit. I guess I'll try to stomp on the snake's head.
So you run over to your buddy and you're just going to use like a brawling attack, like
Yeah, pretty much.
a grapple or a punch. Which one do you want to do? Do you want to do bludgeoning or do you want to try wrestle the snake?
I'll do bludgeoning. I'm not gonna try and wrestle a snake.
All right, so give me a strength attack. So D20
All right.
plus -1.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
You built your character for like social and puzzle
Well,
solving.
no, I built him for everything else. Okay. Fuck it.
So -1.
Go.
Hey, you actually
Okay.
do damage.
Yeah.
Give me a 1d4.
1d4. Okay. Boom.
1 damage. Which makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
it's still biting into Flint's shoulder, and like a Jack just punches it, which just makes the fangs sink a little bit deeper. Like, ow! All right, but it took 1 damage. All right, Jack, you're up.
Jack?
I mean, sorry, Flint.
Well, obviously, I need to shoot this fucker and get him off me.
Well, he is at point blank range, and you
Yes.
do have life. You do have life steal.
Doesn't my life still cost something though? I forget.
It's sanity. You use sanity to use your spells.
Shite. Yeah, I might as well try to hit him with Sanguine.
All right.
So,
So you got to give me wisdom, a wisdom roll for casting the spell.
Looky dookie. So 20 plus 1. Boop, boop.
Okay, yep, that succeeds, and the spell says that you gain 1d4 life steal, and it only costs 1 sanity. So,
Okay, so D4.
yep, and you can also reduce, yeah, 1d4, so gain. Your sanity goes to 17, and you heal 4, so you're back up to 20.
And then, yeah, I would like to push the snake's maw off of me and run away
way?
to the south side now.
South, okay.
Down to the right.
Sorry.
If possible, can I get around this? Yeah, thank you.
Yep, I will zoom out the camera a bit more.
You're good. It's just my hair. It's just there.
There we go. So
am I still poisoned?
Yes, you will be taking half d6 damage. So 3 damage. So you go back down.
Jesus.
The venom is the nasty part.
Yep, sure is.
All right. It is now the snake's turn. It is going to slap its tail against Jack. So Jack, your defenses is 10 plus mod. So we're going with +1. So you have an AC of 11 right now.
Hey, Jono.
What's up?
I have a quick inquiry.
Yes.
It's lifesteal. Does that mean it's damaging the snake too?
Yes, it is. So
okay,
that
good.
would have taken
I just didn't know how
5
much
damage.
HP this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jack, the tail slams into you and knocks you up into the cages above. You hear something howling inside of it that doesn't sound like a rattlesnake, and the commander just kind of laughs and says, "Easy, easy, one at a time, boys." You see the other night the other night hunters are also just kind of laughing as well. Nick, you take 2 damage.
Okay.
But it is now your turn, Jack.
Oh, what am I gonna do?
You got any fancy tricks in that old arsenal of yours that can help?
Oh, yeah, Nick's brand. We forgot because your lifesteal counts as damage, so it needs to take an extra 1d4. Nick, give me a 1d4 damage.
Oh, okay.
And,
Oh, whoops! I didn't mean to hit that button.
Yeah,
Sorry. Let me one more time.
And one more as well because your punch also counts as damage. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, so that was two successful attacks.
The first. Okay, so the first one was a 2 and the second one was a 3.
Okay, so that 5.
Oh no! The first one was a 3. Yeah. So it's 5. Yeah, it doesn't matter what order.
10
Go ahead.
damage total now. Damn, that brand is actually super useful. Even if you do 1 damage with your fist, it like suddenly amplifies it to 5. There we go.
Okay, there.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Jack, it is your turn. What do you want to do? You can punch it again because your omen is still active.
Oh sure, I'll punch it again. Fuck it.
Okay, give me a -1 roll.
-1 roll. Okay. Boom and go.
Dude going into a fist fight with a.
Damn.
Oh.
This man's got hands.
Give me a D4. Left, right, good night. All right,
Nice.
and another D4 because that succeeded in damage. So that's 2 for the fist, and then 2 for the omen, and then 3 for the omen. So 13 damage. Mark, sorry, Flint, you're up.
All right. Well, obviously, I'm gonna shoot him while he's being punched in the face.
Yeah, you're literally boxing with a giant rattlesnake.
So I guess that's a
Dexterity.
yeah, it's +2. Let me check.
Yep,
I gotta make a shortcut for this stuff.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll get the hang of it over time. So yeah, +2.
Firing.
Nice. Yep, that succeeds. Give me a 1d6. Plus, Nick, give me a 1d4 for your omen. Damn, this omen is actually super freaking strong. I gotta put a round limit on this. Okay, 7 damage.
Fire away!
Yeah, it is now bleeding. You've taken it down to half health. So yeah, it has 40 health in total, and you guys have done 20 damage.
Okay. So is it my turn again, or?
No, it is the snake's turn. Let's
Okay,
see.
good.
It is going to. It starts rattling its tail in a different sensation now. It affects both of you. Give me sanity check. So we'll save. Nick, I know you got +5 because you got like extra resistance to it. So
Okay. So D20.
yep.
Is it just straight to
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. You use your will as well. Even with your will, you weren't gonna save that. So Nick +5 to yours. So yours was 17, right?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah. Flint, you take 3 sanity damage. So your sanity goes down to 14. And yeah, Nick, you power through it as it tries. You notice that it slithers across the room as it tries to run away. You hear the crowd like booing, but yeah. Nick, you're up. Jack.
Okay. I guess I'm just gonna. I think now I'll try to grapple it.
All right. So yeah.
Okay.
Give me a strength roll. -1.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Damn.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
whoops! I
puts it
forgot to
at
do the
10.
-1. Well, it's 10.
You know what? I'm gonna give it a roll as well because, but I'm gonna give it disadvantage because it's bleeding and scared. And it's 6. So yeah, you successfully grapple it.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, you're holding onto the snake. You will do 1 point of damage, but give me a D4 for your omen because yeah, you're choking it. So it does. I'm gonna make it a hard 1 damage for success on the grapple.
Okay.
5. Oh my
4.
gosh. Okay.
Damn.
You're literally straggling. You hear the other night howlers are starting to like get excited now as they're watching like what they thought was a spellcaster in the group wrestling with a giant rattlesnake. Mark, you're up. Flint, what you doing?
Well, I mean, he's grappling, so I guess it's time to get close and do a point blank.
All right, so you walk up. So, Jack, you're holding it by the neck where its mouth is because that's like the safest place to grapple this thing. And yeah, you just see like something shiny from the corner of your eye as Flint like sticks his revolver like into the mouth of the rattlesnake. give me a gun attack. You want to say anything cool?
Lights out.
Yes, it works. Give me a D6 and then omen damage as well from Flint. Okay, 3. And 1, so 4.
Wait.
9. All right. Oh, my eyes went pink. Okay. All right. So, yeah, it is now the rattlesnake's turn. It dislocates its jaw and tries to swallow Jack whole.
Oh, damn. Okay, so what am I doing?
Can you beat 17 with your constitution roll?
Fuck. All right. What is my constitution? Oh, fuck.
Oh yeah, Flint. Flint, give me a 1d4 damage for the poison as well.
Oh yeah.
1d6. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, ignore that.
1d6.
So you're on 11 health, so you're at half health as well, so you're bleeding as well. Like blood starts coming out of your eyes and ears. The snake itself.
Tough.
The snake itself.
That's venom I've never had.
starts to swallow Jack whole as the snake is like trying to force its way down, force you down its throat. Jack, it is your turn. What do you want to do? Like you're still got your feet on the ground as like your head is like your head and top half is inside. So your mouth, like you're trying to hold the mouth open so the fangs won't pierce you while it's trying to swallow you whole.
Oh shit.
You notice that there is a gun wound inside its mouth.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to jam my hand through the hole and just rip it apart.
Okay, give me a strength attack, but with advantage. So there's a little advantage button on next to there, so it'll roll 2d20s and it'll automatically pick the highest one. So add -1 for your modifier, but then give advantage.
Okay, so wait, so I clicked on roll with advantage. Okay, yeah, I got it. I think I got it. Okay.
Nice, 13. Okay, that is actually you beat its AC. So right, you shove your hand in, and like as you grab something like that feels important, you see that the snake immediately like gags and like retreats outwards. So you're covered in slime, but like you're holding something important looking in your hand. Give me an omen damage. Plus it took 3 damage from like what you ripped out. So
okay. Damn.
You guys are almost there. You're almost there. So Mark, you're up.
Well, I guess I should probably try sanguine again. I need some HP back from this bastard.
All right. Yeah, your eyes are like bleeding from your. Yeah. So Jack, you're covered in slime, but when you look to the side, you just see Flint standing there, bleeding tears of blood from his eyes and his ears, and he just doesn't look so good.
Tough fucker's got some nasty poison. Glad you didn't get bit at least. All right, where is Sin Eater?
So yeah, you gotta so give me a wisdom roll for your spell cast, and then it'll cost you sanity.
20 + 1.
I mean 1 sanity. Yeah, unfortunately, as you like reach out to grab the snake, it moves back out of the way, and it's like it's just like wounded bleeding. Like all 3 of you are just in a mess. It is the snake's turn. It decides to go for a proper bite on Jack this time, as it moves out of the way to dodge Flint's sanguine lifesteal. Yeah, it goes for a bite on Nick. Oh, yeah, it gets past your defenses. So yeah, it sinks its fangs into your teeth. It sinks its fangs into your leg, into your thigh, and you take 4 damage, and you're going to take 1d6 each round as well. So
shit.
So at the end of the round, you take another 4, so you take 8 damage. So you're on 11 health.
So we're both basically on the same fucking spot.
But like it is very close to dying, like really close to dying. You gotta just do 7 more damage.
Me and Jack just look at each other like, this is fucked. This is such a bloody, brutal bloodbath. We both have been bitten by a giant snake. He got swallowed. Nick's been shot to shit and punched.
Oh yeah, Nick, give me a quick sanity check for almost being eaten alive.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah, you nail it.
Okay.
This doesn't faze me. I didn't like this down anyway. All right. So,
Jack, I gotta be honest. If this is what you went through the first time, I'm shocked you stayed alive this long.
So, Jack,
yeah,
you're up. You can respond to this while you're attacking or whatever you want to do.
This wasn't what we did the first time.
You're telling me they didn't have giant snakes fight you the first time? Why am I the special one? Bleeding out my nose.
Anyway, I'm gonna run it and just try to go for a kick on its fucking jaw. That's all I got.
All right, give me a strength with so -1 to your D10.
Oh shit! Wait, I'm doing a D10.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, a D20 -1.
Okay.
Yeah, you matched its AC. Its AC is 12. So
Okay.
give me
Oh my God.
2 d4s, one for your physical attack and one for your omen.
Oh God.
Barely hit. Let's
4
go.
damage. It is 3 damage away. Flint, you gotta finish this thing off because Nick, you
I
take 1d6
slide under.
damage. Oh, wait, no, sorry,
that's
sorry.
right,
It's the
he's
end of its
point.
turn. It's the end of its turn. Yeah, sorry.
So Jack basically kicked the snake in the jaw.
Yeah.
While he's recoiling, I slide under and prepare gunfire.
Okay.
And boop.
Yep, you succeed. So yeah,
And then
d6 and then 1d4 from Nick as well. For
Bam.
Omen. 6 max damage. 8 damage. Boom. Yeah, you fire straight from underneath its jaw, and the bullet comes out of the top end of its head, and it falls to the floor.
I slide away before he falls to the floor.
The night hunters who are watching all start applauding and everything, and you see several like medic guys just run over and like start treating you with the anti-venom.
Thank God, because I was about to say, if we have to have another round with another creature, we ain't surviving that fight more than 3 turns without care.
Yeah, that venom is vicious.
That venom tore me up, dude. I'm bleeding out almost every hole, except for the back one. Yet.
All right. So yeah, you defeated the giant rattlesnake. It was a rank 2 monster. So you were rank 1 hunter. So you were fighting a monster above your rank, but because there were 2 of you, you had the numbers advantage. So they scale the number of monsters depending on the level of the participant. So newbies fight the snakes, whereas the old guys who are coming in for the test would fight multiples.
Oh God. Wait, does that mean that he basically coasted in on the fact that I'm a newbie? Jack, you son of a bitch!
I mean, you saw how useful that omen was. That did like half the damage.
Yeah, and I get that, but also I just witnessed a man nearly get eaten. I witnessed him nearly get eaten. Like, I'm pretty sure I saw his ass clench.
As you are being treated by the medics on site who administer the anti-venom straight away, the commander himself approaches both of you. He says like, well, you boys certainly set high bar for the rest of the contestants for the rest of the day. Very fine fight. Didn't expect you had it in you. As he looks at you, Jack. He's surprised to see somebody who's like got a strength of 8 choosing to grapple and exchange fists with a giant rattlesnake. He is quite impressed. He looks at you and he's like, also for a new kid fresh off the boat, also did a fine job with your gun there. He holds out his hand, and like when you both open your hands, he drops a night hunter badge in each of your hands. You 2 boys are official members of Exorae. Now go get some rest. You've earned it, and I'll be sharing some.
I'm gonna go get some food.
You want some more beef stew?
You 2 are officially partners, by the way. You 2 will be working together. You seem to have some good synergy, I see. So no need to split up a good team when I see one.
My heart sinks as I realize the guy who called me useless 10 minutes ago is now my forever partner in this endeavor.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, good job, newbie. At the very least, you can carry my shit.
I give him the side eye and said it's mighty big talk from someone who was just about to be someone else's beef stew lunch.
I mean, I was kind of carrying your ass for the majority of it. At the very least you could do is carry my things.
You know what? You're right. I have to make amends. And I hand Jack the bottle of whiskey I got for the trial and said, that's it. My payment is done. We're even now.
Nice. So yeah, you 2 can join the audience, or you can go to the infirmary and rest up. So you can choose to watch the other contestants, or you can choose to like go and recover. So
I'm gonna rest up. I sound like I'm pretty.
I choose to recover, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm also covered in, like, I'm gonna go get clean.
And that's where we'll call it for tonight. Thank you so much for the first episode of Exorae Shadows of Anathimia. Thank you guys.
Nice. No problem. It was fun.
Yeah. Thanks for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and a comment on your video about your favorite moments, and you can find the next episode right here. See you next time.